Hi guys. Hey 90s. What's up, sis? Alright, so y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool, thank you. Alright. Thank you, Jesus, for this day. Pray a hedge of protection over this chat. And we thank you for all that you continue to do for us in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Okay. '90s, stay with me. Y'all hear what I'm saying? 90s, stay with me, because there's something else that's about to happen. And before it does, I just want to talk about some things and always stay as many steps as we can ahead. At least we try. I know this ringer is still on, so hang on with me 1 second. Okay. And yeah, we're in an actual hotel. We're tired. we are tired, and there's shit that we have to do next. So there's some people who question, like, couldn't somebody be tracking stuff? Yeah. I mean, our phone is a whole damn tracking system. It's common sense. So, Jesus, that's what we got. So I want to talk about a few things. And 90s, if y'all can stay with me for what's about to come up next. We're okay right now. We are dealing with so much. I wish that I could break it all down, but I can't, and it would take a while. There's some big things that we're dealing with right now that we're trying to get moved around and dealt with before whatever is next, right? And in January, Survivors Unchained, we want to try to do a live event in January. And right now, we have a venue that we have found in a state that we are not letting anybody know the location until the day of. If you want to be there, it is a free event. The truth should be free. Everybody wants a Patreon, a membership, a subscription fee. Again, knowledge is priceless. Awareness is sometimes profitable, and it's not going anywhere. It's just going in circles. Y'all could hear us talk all day. But it's not just about, you guys haven't just heard us talk. From day one, 2 years ago, I think on this day exactly, you guys have seen so much. And I know there's so many 90s that are sitting here that have been here. I call them 90s. If you don't know, you might want to just ask questions and comments. If you can just stay with me. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Allie. I'm trying to explain. Just stay with me. Bear, listen, open up your heart. If you can't, just keep scrolling. I have no idea what to tell you past that. So, hi. But if you could just bear with me for 2 seconds and just listen. Time out, okay? 2 years, y'all have seen non-stop shit, okay? It's not just day one. I see a day one. Hey, I love you. It's not just, you guys, people want to, it's a conspiracy this, and this is just, no, we're past that. Yeah. So, we put up those rabbit holes and like, hey, can you guys go research this? We've never asked anybody for a dime. We've never merched anything. We have been through absolute hell, dodged I don't know how many bullets. We're actually at the live event. We're thinking about doing something called How Did It Age? And I have screenshots and MP3s, audios, everything. We have everything. We've been burned so many times that we know damn well we keep everything. 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 Okay? So, in this time that we've talked to people who I feel are in the same exact circles, just running around with the Patreons and the advocates and the campaign charity cases and the things that you guys have seen us deal with. So, as you guys have seen that, I've seen the same circles. I don't know how else to explain that to you. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, but there's a red side, there's a blue side, and then there's that thing in the middle that's like, they run in the same circles. I don't know how else to explain. You're gonna just bear with me with that one. I got a lot. So we're seeing that, and where was I going with that? Help. My mind is turning faster than I could get it out. Okay. For real, I have so much I want to say, and my mind is like, and my mouth can't keep up. So hang on with me 2 seconds. Okay. So there's the red and the blue, and then there's somebody who runs in the same circles, and we've noticed that. So in this time that we have had all these situations and all these things happen, we have kept audios, MP3s, text messages, screenshots, all that, receipts, all that. Okay, and you guys have seen it. A lot of you guys have seen it play out. A lot of you guys have seen us say, hey, look at this, and then this happens. A lot of you guys have seen some things that didn't age very well. I have found a screenshot of someone who was saying that the superheroes weren't real. It was something so simple as that's saying that we were lying to the point that the superheroes weren't real. Like we had any reason to make up the fact that there were real people coming together to do the right thing. That's not my point. My point is it didn't age well. And we've kept everything. Now, in this time, you guys have also seen us You have also seen us get pulled over 8 times. I can't say exacts because I've lost some time in this time. You guys have seen that. You've got new friends in this time. But in this time, I've lost some time from the trauma that has happened in the last 2 years, and you guys have seen that play out from the person that hopped our fence, to the police officer who was there to tell us not to press charges, to the many times that we've gotten pulled over by Freemason Brotherhood cops. No ticket, not one ticket, not one. Let me help you. We have not received one ticket. And we've gotten pulled over in California, Nebraska, Indiana, Washington, Colorado, Utah, Indiana. Did I say Indiana? Ohio? I think it was Ohio. There's a few times. There's been a lot of times. It could go on. And there was someone who said today, like, there's a few people who are like, okay, so what do you expect us to do? I don't think you guys realize that you guys are in the same trenches as us, but it just looks a little bit different. We've lost our home. I can't even, like, Missouri, thank you. See somebody. Oh, Lord Jesus.
It's like a whole math problem, like, you gotta get out the whole schematic of the map and then start marking it off like it's a lot.
OG90 right there. Ransacked in Missouri. That shit was horrible. Oh my God. It's been a lot. My point is, though, is So recently I asked you guys to go look down some rabbit holes, right? I said, hey, why don't you go look at this, look at this, look at this, look at that. You know, I already know the answer to these things. Huh? But the thing is with you guys, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm trying to let y'all know, like, hey, go look at this. Because this is not just for us, it's for you too. The thing is there's been layers and layers and patterns and tactics that have been done for decades, and everybody doesn't realize that. It's taken a while to pull that veil back for people to be like, oh, this is going on in my area. One out of the 598 children that are missing in Virginia right now was on Amber Alert. You're going to tell me that one out of 598 children was the only one kidnapped? And we talked about it? You're going to tell me that only 598 were documented? And the list goes on in every single state. There's people who were searching in Africa. They said they just gave up. The numbers are too wild. One is enough. But do you notice how many missing children there are? Do you hear it on your local news stations? Have you seen posters about them? But if you go into your grocery stores right now, they're going to ask you for an extra dollar for a toy drive. So while there's an extra dollar for a toy drive, are we talking about the trafficked children? Is there any type of anything anywhere besides a hotline that leads to one thing, and we can follow the money and we can follow the records to see who owns it when it comes to those hotlines that have criteria and guidelines in order to be helped, like a homeless shelter. Some homeless shelters, if you are a female, unless you have bruises, unless you have kids, there's only so many, it's only so much criteria for them to take you in. You still need help. Your life still matters, but if you don't fit into their guidelines to receive state money, you don't qualify. How do you not qualify? How do trafficking survivors not qualify or meet guidelines? These are the issues that were California, Gavin Newsom. Did you see the sodomy laws? Did you see that he changed it? Did you see that a 24-year-old could rape a 12-year-old and he moved that into place? Nobody's talking about that though. Are you okay with that? The thing is, everybody is always asking my mom and I, like, who sits at the top? We don't know just as much as you don't. There's minions everywhere. This is what we're trying to explain to you. And I'm not anybody special. I'm not your teacher. I'm not trying to be somebody to be like, this is the way it's supposed to be done and this is this. I am a victim of this system just as much as you are, and so is my mother. We're sitting in the trenches of it right now. And there's people who are like, okay, what else do we do? You're asking me that question from your couch. And sometimes I get really frustrated. I'm not going to lie, I'm human. I get really annoyed. I also get hormonal, which I'm not right now. My period has already passed, so we're not going there. I'm just saying there's some days where I'm like, how am I supposed to answer this and come across as with love and compassion, how my mama taught me to be, because there's sometimes where I want to come across to people like, what the fuck are you asking me? And I don't mean that in a bitchy way. I mean that in like a, you know what's going on here? Have you seen? Like, I think some people see us smiling for a second and they think that everything is okie doke, and no, not at all. And then there's victims who see us on here and see us live and they see this number in the corner, or they see these comments here and they think that everything is under control because there's people around. And no, that's not it either. We're no white hats. There are no white hats. And I mean, if you consider everyday 90s and warriors that give a damn to be white hats, to knock yourself out, then there you go. That's what it is. But if you see these circles going on, did you know that a governor that won in one of the states, I think it's two of the states, but one of the states, he was dead. So everybody who's talking about fix 2020 or bust, that's gone. We didn't fix any election stuff. I don't really want to talk about it, but at the same time, does anybody notice that we're going in these circles and everybody is hold the line? Hold what line? And for how much longer? Because why is everybody putting the responsibility on somebody else for somebody to do something, anything that anybody should be standing up to do for their own backyard? I don't get it. Oh, that was Pennsylvania? Thank you. So are we going to talk about that? How are we going to replace that? Does anybody think that anything was safe? Does anybody think that your vote actually mattered? I'm not trying to discourage you or be a negative Nancy, negative Nelly. Speaking of Nancy, I'm not trying to go there, but you know what I'm saying? But do you really think that your vote mattered? A dead man won. You think that anything is happening with these elections but dragging you in circles and circles and circles and circles? But at the same time, what's happening, and I'm thankful for every single day. I am grateful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I am grateful. I am just saying people are tearing apart at the layers. I am so grateful at that. I am that's something that I've never thought that would happen. I never thought we'd be sitting here talking to you. Sometimes I just feel like I'm yelling at myself, and then 90s repeated back, and I see real people, and I'm like, whoa. But seriously, I'm gonna tell you something. Mama, did you want to, before I know Micro Mike and his friends are here because my heart is pounding out of my chest, and I'm gonna be honest, I am slightly sweating, but I'm not scared of you. I'm just irritated by the shit that I'm not allowed to say. That I want to say. Nobody controls me like you want to anymore. I'm not your remote control puppet. But at the same time, there are things that I have to choose my words wisely, because at the end of the day, that even though you hold that crooked badge, there's some shit that you can do because your friends that sit in that crooked blue line is you. But I'm just going to back up. I'm not going to say much. I do have some things to say. I want to share an experience with you. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to hear me. I don't give a shit if you listen or not. I love you 90s that are sitting close. But Micro Mike, I do know that your friends and everybody is sitting really close. I can feel you. I'm sweating. It's extra confidence coming, just pouring like a sprinkler. Mom, say something.
Yeah, earlier today, we get that question a lot. Well, what should we be doing, or what can we do? I don't fucking know. Like, we're doing everything that we know to do. We
don't know either.
We went on Tuesday to turn in a provisional ballot. Do I believe I know the election's fraud. I know those people are placed. I know it's corrupt.
I want to go.
But that's all I know to do for that day. That's the only thing I could do to push back on that day, so I did that thing. There is no easy answer. We are telling you what we go through and what our experience is, and we're telling you that there's a lot of other people and survivors that go through the same. So you all are getting new information, because this isn't the way we were raised to believe. We didn't think any of this went on. But you're trying to take this new information and put it into your old thinking, in your old box of, well, we need to do something besides pass out rocks and hand out flyers and get out on the streets. That you're still not figuring shit out the way it is. You have to let go of that old box of, well, we're just going to go arrest somebody. We're just going to go march down to the tunnels and open the door and let everybody out. Like that's your taking your new information and putting it in your old thinking patterns. You have to get rid of that. The only thing that I know effectively to do is to sound the alarm and continue sounding the alarm. When people start seeing things differently, when people start paying closer attention, when people start pushing back and doing all that, then we're going to get change. But you can't just expect we're going to call somebody, we're going to go break the locks on the tunnels and let everybody loose. That's not going to happen. That's old-fashioned thinking with new understanding of what's going on. You're still trying to take this new information that you've got and fit it back into your old patterns and ways of dealing and coping. Most of us were raised to believe that the police are not a problem, and I was raised that way as well. The police were always my friend. They always came to help when we called, and that was their job. And I never, if I saw black people getting beat, well, then they must have done something wrong. I had to let go of all of my old thinking, and I've said that from day one. You have to wipe your slate clean and start over with this new information, this new reality that we live in. And until everybody's able to do that, there is no help. So what we're doing is we come on the lives and we tell you what we see and what we're going through, and we show you one of the Allie's altars. Tell her she paints rocks. We pass out flyers. We stand when we can stand. We're doing everything in our power to sound the alarm. I hope you all are doing everything in your power every single day to sound the alarm. Push back in every way you can. Don't relinquish the election. We went back and forth, and after 2020, I'm like, you know what? Unless they tangibly show me that they fixed this, I'm not participating in that. But then Tuesday came, and I'm like, I have to do something. I can't sit on the sidelines. I can't retreat. I can't take an inch backwards and not do something because I don't think it's going to work. I have to do everything in my power at all times to push back against the evil that we're dealing with, and that's just all we got. I don't if usually the people that are asking, well, what else can we do? What are you gonna do? What are you willing to do? Have you changed your thinking? Are you still trying to fit this new reality of what's happening in our world on all the evil? Are you still trying to fit that in the old box of how you think things are? It's not like that. You have to adjust to what the reality is. That's all I know.
I just turned off my comments because I just don't, these are the lives where like we're calmly trying to tell you guys information. And I think it sincerely goes over people's heads because of the distractions. Like, I'm not saying that Isaac Cappy is not a distraction, but we're not talking about Isaac Cappy right now. But we do know that, yes, Isaac Cappy, we lived in Apple Valley. I get it. I get it. But trust me, I get it. And the dead man switch of Isaac Cappy, you see how this is turning the conversation though? But the dead man switch of Isaac Cappy has never went off yet. So I don't know if I believe it's a dead man switch, but that's not what we're talking about. But do you see how, if you were paying attention to like what we're trying to talk to you about, I understand there's so many things going on, but this is what I mean by it goes right over people's heads. And then when people see us bitching and yelling or sitting in another pullover or dealing with a gang stalker or sleeping in our car or sitting in the middle of the night or something, and then they missed the part when we said something here where we're like, something's coming and here's the reason why it's coming, and then people are just like, I don't understand why this is still happening. What else do we do? Do you not just Micro Mike is not a crocheter. He is a Freemason Brotherhood cop who rapes children. How many times have y'all seen us get pulled over? Who do you think is pulling us over with no ticket? Who exactly do you think that we're dealing with? Do you get it? Do you see why things keep going round and round and round and everybody's just like, fuck it. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? Do you get my point? I'm smiling right now. I'm irritated as shit. I can't even think straight. I can't function. I can't even eat. The last thing I've had was some scramby eggs that my mama got a chance to make. And then we were able to try to stop for a salad today, and I still can't put anything really in my stomach because my stomach is in knots so bad because of where we're headed right now. And I'm gonna break it down for you even more. I have not stopped having nightmares to the point where my ankles are swollen when I wake up in the morning, but we don't talk about those things though. And I just want to talk about this. You see, everybody thinks that firefighters are good people, and I do too. I had a dance dad that I will never forget who is an amazing man and is also a fireman. And it took me a minute to be like, wow, they exist. They care. So, I'm not saying that all firemen are bad. And if anything, when some firemen used to roll by, I'd be like, hey, I just want to look. Like, right, ladies? So then at 15, then I had a situation with catering to some, and I was tied up and I sat wrong when it was time to be, because fallen angels, you're hung upside down. So by your feet, like a silk artist, by your feet. you're hung upside down to have sex with. So what happens when they take you to sex festivals? You remember Rose with an S for her last name, where she's the one who was stating that Mr. Misunderstood was at a San Diego sex festival with her, and she's the one who came on here to defend him. I have her last name. I won't do that. I mean, she's already said it on here. It's not my fault. She feels like I'm the one who's being mean. It's not my fault. She was the one who came on here to defend a pedophile. I didn't. But she came on here to state that at the sex festival that she met Zach at, who was my boyfriend's father, but turned into my husband and father-in-law. Anywho, she came on here to stress the fact that he wasn't a mean person. He was just misunderstood. And what I was talking about was something that I clearly did wrong. And that's not how he was at the San Diego sex conventions, because that doesn't obviously tell on what we're talking about. But anywho, I don't know what I'm talking about. What do I know, right? So, but back to the catering event, I had to be hung by my ankles. It's called Fallen Angels. They hang you upside down to have sex with. And you know, people, if you can't deal with the blood rushing to your head really fast, especially if you're drunk, you have a seizure. Like some girls did. Like I had to watch some girls. But because I was put in all performing arts schools since I was a baby, and I don't know why. I've been put in performing arts school since I was a baby, and I don't know why. I have training that I don't know why. I've been a dancer and put in performing arts schools, and I'm not like pro status. Like I'm not doing straddle leaps and aerials across the floor, but I've just been put in performing arts schools all my life, and I don't know why. Singing, dancing, sewing, all kind of shit. Okay, so I was kind of used to those, like being in those type of things for other stuff. So when I got into it, it didn't affect me as bad, but I moved my feet wrong. My feet were, I'm sitting in a weird chair. So my feet, instead of doing this, I was doing this because I was kicking people. Yeah, you don't do that when you're about to get tied up. It makes the ropes cut into your ankles and you're held upside down for a really long time and people are hurting you. And it was a cater event. And the only people that said something or had the balls to say something were 2 firefighters. They found out how old I was and they said no. And they were like, no, we done. We out. No, we're not doing that. No, we're good. They didn't call anybody. They didn't fight anybody. They didn't stop anything from happening. They just left.
So when you are going to order or cater food for an event, you can also do that with sex. You can cater a sex with minors to come to your event. And this was a sex catered event for policemen
in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, California. More specifically, Simi Valley.
And how old were you?
15. I lived in a Mexican foster home in Riverside County, under Riverside County CPS protection. I called them. We told them what was going on. I told them what happened. They didn't want to hear it. Not another report. Now, we keep getting pulled over.
Imagine that.
I wonder how that works. And then there's some people who are like, so what do we do next? I don't know, because we're trying to figure out what we're doing next. With a smile on our face, because in a minute I probably won't be smiling, because I honestly feel like I'm a puke on this camera. You want to see me puke? I mean, if you if you feel like you need to see that too, you want to see me throw up, because that's how I honestly feel right now, and that's more than likely what I'm headed to do after this video. Because we have to do something. And we're minding our business. We're trying to stay alive. We're trying to get some things done. We're trying to get some things in place. And once again, I have a feeling that license and registration, where you headed? It's about to happen. Ask me how I know. Again. You know, sometimes, because of the way that I was, I started getting smart about the jobs. I wasn't really understanding the way things were going at first, and then I started getting smart about things. And then your girl started faking orgasms. And then sometimes that works to back people off. Sometimes that does not work to back people off. Then I can sarcastically smile at you like this. And you can see the fuck you in my smile. And that would cause me to get hit to the point where maybe I would be knocked out, and then I wouldn't have to worry about what was going on until it was over. I had tactics. What can you do? And then the only other thing you could do is pee on people. Ain't that some shit? Boom, boom.
That don't always work, because most of those fools like
that shit. They nasty asses. And then the only other thing that you could hope for is that somebody kills you. Because then you're free. Yeah. I still remember that shit. Clearly. Having problems with that right now. So, I thank you for doing the research. I don't know what else to say or show you guys. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to at this next part 2 coming out. I'm going to try to, with the live event, pray that I can get everything out as much as we can before we run out of time, because we are almost out of time and I am exhausted. And layers of exhausted. And on top of that, I wanted to tell you, see, my former name used to be Jezebel, but my mama named me Leilani. You know us all as Allison. Maybe Allie. That would be me. And then the one who made the bonnet video comes across a little bit different than I do. See, those sex festivals and all of those bondage jobs, that what I just explained would just hope for, I would just do, or I just try to make somebody tick for, those cause splits. So what a child may be going through right now, being tortured and raped, that causes splits. Your brain has to do something with that pain. You know how people say, well, I feel trapped in my own body, or that's not me, I'm not that person. That has a little flavor to that. That's DID. You know, when you see somebody look a little bit different, like their skin tone changes, their eye colors may change, their voices change, they can speak different languages. One minute they may have an allergy towards something, and one minute they don't. Their fingerprints can change, their blood types can change, their body temperatures can change in the blink of an eye. That's called DID. That means that a trauma happened, and there's no medicine to fix that. There's no fundraiser that's going to fix that. Going to another country, instead of handling the shit that's happening and the kids that's being tortured in your own backyard, it's not necessarily going to fix that. Patreons, that don't fix that. Subscription fees, that don't fix that. Merching shit, that don't fix that. Movies, that's not going to fix that. I can't edit this series anymore because of the fact that it's tearing my ass apart. I'm being real with you. I make the ultimate decisions. The editors are amazing people. They do this shit for a living, and they can move really fast. They got it. That's not the problem. They are amazing. They all got it. They are beautiful, insanely talented people. All of them are great. It's not them. It's me. Because it's not you. It's me. Editors are great. It's not you. It's me. We gotta go to counseling or something. It's not you, it's me. But the reason for that is picking apart, combing through the timestamps, seeing what goes next, what inserts going where, calling an insurance holder and saying, hey, I need the evidence to a CPS issue. Can you find that for me in your suitcase of shit that you got? And then when they call me back, maybe 4 or 5 hours later, when they can get to that because they have everyday lives that they're dealing with, then they tell me, hey, Allie, I don't have that. And then I got to call another insurance holder and go search for it and dig and dig and dig. And then when I get it, then I got to look at it and research it and pull it apart with a fine-tooth comb, because I got to look at names and I got to look at dates and I got to look at ages and I got to make sure there's no other child on the case. And how bad is it if this record goes back out and if there's a sealed, legal, notarized stamp on it, I can get sued for that, for my own shit going out to the public. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know you can get sued for your own information? It's called the justice system is rigged. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't, this is not the way that I thought this video was gonna go. But I could just feel it. No, nothing witchcrafty. No bash to the witches that are on here. You like me, I like you. No magic my way, no bad juju. I don't have any issue with you. You can stay. I really like y'all. There's some of y'all. There's some of y'all who have respected us and the fact that we don't like magic. We don't deal with that shit. We don't do that. We are okay with everybody. Honestly, I am okay with everybody. You have no idea. We are okay with everyone because we got a little bit of flavor of all of it. And we've been through a little bit of a flavor of all of it. So we're cool with everybody. So I appreciate those that are witches, that are on this platform, that have even fought with other witches in regards to doing protection spells and magic against us and all that stuff, and just had that respect. I appreciate you. I have an issue with you. I don't have an issue at all. It's just, there's a lot going on. This is not the way I wanted this video to go, but I'm gonna tell you, I can feel like, I know someone is sitting here just like, I hate her.
Get in line. Take a number. Get in line.
Kill her twice. I know somebody is sitting there with my voodoo doll right now like, hand me some more pins. Hand me some more pins. Sharper. Did you make that one of her mama too? Give me that one of her mama. Here, you pulling on my leg? Is that you? I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine though. At least we still have our sense of humor. I don't know if you're laughing, but I'm laughing.
What else are you gonna do? This is all we got.
It's fine. I'll laugh. You don't have to laugh. I got it. I'll laugh at it. It's totally fine. Well. This is not the way that I wanted this life to go. But it never goes the way that I think it's gonna go. Ever. So, not surprised. I don't know. I don't know, but we almost out of time, and I don't even know what that means. 90s. We're almost out of time, and I'm telling you right now, this world is almost out of time, because everybody gonna turn around and be like, oh shit, I didn't know this was about me. They've been playing with me this whole time. My money has been going to this whole time. I've been enabling this shit this whole time. I've been a part of this shit this whole time. Yeah, you're gonna be pissed. That's coming up real soon. Then people gonna be in the streets like Brazil. Until then, I'm sorry, but America, we a bunch of little bitches right now. We a bunch of little bitches. Do y'all not see every other country in the streets? And America is just like other pedophiles. Anyways, TikTok. Oh, a dead person won the election and I voted for it? Okay, anyway. Like, where do I need to give my money to next? Meanwhile, Brazil. And every other country. I'm not an influencer. Not anybody special. My mother and I this is what we got.
Oh, we got.
And we gonna keep fighting. And people are, what is the ultimate plan?
Don't die. Stay alive.
Staying alive. It's hard. This shit is hard. I see why many people don't do this. I see why. I completely see why. This is insane. That day I lost my shit in my bonnet. Yo. I should have smoked. But at the same time, we built a family all over the world. Real people. It's fine, I guess. That's a good trade-off. I mean, whatever. Whatever. I do whatever works, right? Seriously, I love you guys. All of you 90s. Even those that are sitting here right now, like, I'm watching this video. I don't know who she is or what's going on. Where her mama? Actually, Mom, come here. Come here so you can show the world you're my twin. Ooh, y'all gonna fall over. We look so much alike, y'all not even gonna be able to tell us apart for the new ones. Watch this, splitting it. Ah! I get it from my mama.
She a cracker.
Can't even tell which was which. I know it. I got everything. It's all in the genes. Whatever. It's not the way I wanted this life to go. But if you're watching this, and you feel like you're gonna see us very soon.
Black Mr. Clean.
Or Stacy.
Stacy.
Or any friends of any of you who have gotten specific instructions from a dead man. Can y'all tell us what the hell is going on? I mean, side note, seriously. I'm so serious. That part I'm not kidding. I mean, it would be so nice. I mean, if you want to break it down for me like I'm 5, if you want the 5-year-old to talk to that you made, I'm down with that. She'll talk to you. Like, I just want to know sincerely what the hell is going on, because I'm just as lost, but I know something else is coming, so it's cool. Again, this is not the way I wanted this life to go. I just feel like we probably need to say before we get off here, I have no idea what's going on. I don't either. This is this is us. We here. We all just here. We are not suicidal. There will be no car accidents or no accidental car accidents. We will not be found in a bathtub. There will be no door hanger suicides. The car that we were driving is in good condition. We are of sound mind and body. I am absolutely angry, and on Sundays I really want to cry my eyes out, but I am not suicidal. I just want to scrub all the disgust off my skin with bleach, but that's it. Because I'd like to go back to school. So with my mother, can you come over here and state that, do the spiel.
The what?
Do the spiel.
Or
there will be no
accidental car accidents, nobody's suicidal, homicidal, or any other kind of sidals. We don't have weapons or drugs, or we don't launder money. We don't, none of the above. Well, I don't even know what else.
I know it's gonna be something. We know it's gonna be something. So thank you for screen recording. You can't hear me? Sound is fine. Aaron. Alright, cool. Well, and Mike, I know you hate me, clearly, but can we get this over with? I know you were supposed to pay your visit. You, another nigga in a suit, or a female. Can we get this over with, please? Seriously. I'm not kidding. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, big boys. Let's go. We get it over with. What are we doing? And for those that are new or that don't know, we're not scared to die. Trust me, we know right where we're going. That's not our fear at all. So whatever we doing, let's do it. Okay? That way I could tell you look so beautiful all grown up. Oh, one day I pray that we just roll over one day and there's a whole reality check. Because there is. It's coming. It's just still slow. Watch out for those big deaths. You know, they cause big distractions. They cause really big distractions, like media distractions while something else is going on. So. Alright. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you sooner than later. Bye, y'all.